the stories of my grandmother keep shifting. She became a widow, and then she was forced to become a concubine. The man got into the bed, put a knife to her throat, and said, "I will kill you if you do not submit." Some say that he put a knife to his own throat and said, "I will kill myself if you don't marry me." She got the best room in that house. She was the most powerful. And this is rather odd because she became the fourth wife, the oldest wife.
In her memoir, Amy Tan is telling the stories of the Chinese women who've inspired her best-selling novels. Women like her own grandmother and her mother.
Her first husband was an abusive man, and she tried to leave that marriage for a very long time. It was 1949 when she decided to leave. China was on the cusp of becoming a communist country. And literally on the last boat leaving Shanghai to Hong Kong, she was able to find a ticket. She was not able to take her daughters. So these 3 daughters she had by the first marriage were left behind.
That harrowing experience inspired a storyline in one of Tan's best-known books, The Joy Luck Club, which was adapted into a film.
Some people say, "Oh, what if your mother had been a happy person, not a depressed person? What if my father and brother hadn't died?" Well, I wouldn't want to have those as training ground for becoming a writer, but I think that trauma forces a person to question life, to look at why these things happen, and continually try to piece together a narrative that explains life to oneself.
Amy Tan's mother remarried in the States and had a second family, including Amy herself. But her mother's past and her volatile emotions were a feature of family life.
I came home one day and she had a cleaver and she backed me into the bedroom and against a wall. And she had a crazy look in her eye and she said, "I'm going to kill you and then John, my little brother, and then I'm going to kill myself." I said, "Do it, just do it." I mean, we were all a little crazy. And I remembered that this was going to be the end of my life, and it was so sad. And then a voice came out of me that said, "I want to live."
Amy Tan's father was a minister, and she says that as a girl she suffered sexual abuse at the hands of a man from his church.
This man came to my house to counsel me because I had been caught reading Catcher in the Rye by Salinger. We were in my parents' bedroom, and he said that I was causing more pain to my father, who was dying of a brain tumor, than the tumor was causing him. And I began to cry. And after a while, he said, "Don't cry." And he started to tickle me. And I was breathless because it was so uncomfortable. And he molested me. And I came out of that room a different girl. That made me realize that we do have to talk about these. They're so common. Every single woman I know has gone through this. Raped at age 8, you know. I was molested at age 15. And these things are with you for life.
When she's not writing, Tan likes to draw, a distraction and a solace, she says, in times of political uncertainty and animosity.
After the election, I had to find something as a distraction, but also I had to find beauty in the world. I had to be able to see it and really focus on it. I spoke a lot about my fears. These people in social media would say things like, "If you don't like it, go back to China. You know, what right do you have to express your opinion?" I didn't come to this page to hear what you had to say. And I thought, this is really funny. This is my Facebook page. You know, if you don't like it, you do have the right to leave.